Okay, garden update 6/28/16. Jalapeno doing very nicely. It has a bunch of peppers on them. I had one a couple days ago. It was about that size, but still immature. The seeds weren't even developed. Had nice flavor, but a little pepper, or that Thai spicy pepper, has a crap ton of little peppers all over them. Everywhere. Very spicy too, but no flavor, sadly. The volunteer tomato they got in here with nicely. Chocolate sprinkle here, doesn't look like much except that he's laying down, so I'm going all the way over there. And then this little guy here. Then I have the yellow cherry here. There's one right there that's almost ready to be eaten. Yeah, come on, focus, there we go. Then he's spreading out too quite a bit, not going vertical. There's one chocolate sprinkle in here. Let's see, can I get him? To ripen. I can't see him on the screen. It should be right there in the middle of the screen. Okay, moving on. Eggplants. The Japanese varieties. Let's put out the first eggplant. It's been a few days. Not very big yet. I'll put my finger next to it for comparison. Here. But there's lots of flowers, and I'm hoping for a lot more eggplants to enjoy. This little guy is a very pleasant surprise. The little tiny, don't know the name, but a crap ton of tomatoes on him. Everywhere. The whole stem is just covered in tomatoes. Day, and I can't see hardly anything on the screen, but I want to try and show the best parts of this stuff in here. It's hard to see. There's some ripe ones. I ate about 5 of them. Well, they're not. These ones aren't quite ripe. I just ate about 5 of them. So coming off that guy, the fat eggplant is doing pretty good. Of course, I can't zoom in on it very clearly, but down there is one actual fruit starting out, so that should be pretty good. Then the other Ichiban egg, one with the fruit on it, which I haven't showed yet, or already did show. Yeah. All right, moving on to other tomatoes. I think this guy here is the purple Cherokee, doing just lovely. Has tomatoes on. Where's that one? Right there. And more over here somewhere. I really should do this earlier in the day when it's not as bright. The one that I took off a bunch of leaves of one stem because I thought it had some kind of disease, but it turned out it was just the heat and the sun it was reacting to, and the leaves were curling because of that. But off that same root, this one came out, and it's just about as big as the rest of the plant. So watermelons are doing all right. There's one little one down here. Let me see here. Right there on my finger. I don't know if he'll make it, but we'll see. The heat here is really nasty, which shouldn't affect the watermelon. The watermelon, he's sitting in a really small amount of dirt, so I don't know how well it's going to do. Cucumbers are doing okay. Some of the leaves have gone yellow, but I think that's just the bottom ones. I mean, I have good leaves happening here. The problem is, this way cucumbers. It was cool about 3, maybe 4 days ago, maybe a little bit longer. It was raining, so a bunch of them started to grow, and now they got really hot. It's about, I think, 35, 36 degrees Celsius. Even though I'm watering them a couple times a day. More tomatoes. German Queen. I ate it. It's pretty tasty. It wasn't a very big one. It was the first one, and the plant was having a hard time adapting to the transplant or the heat or something, but it's come back pretty good. I have this, and then back here, this guy. That's all the German Queen. Lots of flowers. No new tomatoes yet, but I'm expecting some good ones to come up. I have this one, which I think he's doing good. As we'll see, one tomato on him. Let's see, right here by my hand. Boom. There we go. And we got a couple more down here. And then of course chocolates, or no, not chocolate sprinkler. Chocolate sprinkles is a little cherry tomato over there. This one is the Mr. Stripey, and this one's gone wild. This, all the way over here is just a crap ton of them. There's actual tomatoes on here, so that's gonna be awesome here in maybe another week or two. Let's see if I can zoom in, or if I can get the camera in there. There's that one. And this phone keeps changing the target for the focus. There we go. And I still can't see him, but should be right there in the middle of the screen. Couple more on him over here, doing really. Now moving over to the debut tomato, finally starting to come back. I don't know what was going on, if it was bad soil or whatever, because I transplanted him. It did pretty well for a little bit and then just started dying back. Same as the German Queen, but that one came back much. This one I took the tomatoes off of it because I thought it would help. Maybe it didn't. It almost died completely because it died back all the way to where below my fingers were, and this is pretty much what's left of what used to be. But the new leaves are coming out good in here, and I'm just pointing the phone at it because I can't see anything on the screen right now. And more leaf here. Also, I transplanted some suckers. Well, I didn't transplant, I cut off some suckers off Mr. Stripey when I was trying to and I put the thing in here. Come on now, focus phone. There's this guy in here. Again, I can't see nothing, so I'm just gonna hoping it's gonna come out decently. One of them's doing really well. The other one is doing kind of good too, except, and he was planted way deep, and I added about 3 inches of soil to all the tomatoes because they're just getting way too big for the amount of soil that was in there, and I was afraid they were gonna get broken. So I pulled him up, and he had some good roots on him, and I transplanted him to this corner from that corner. His twin is doing amazingly, so I'm gonna have at least 2 tomato plants coming off of this root ball: a Mr. Stripey and a debut. The debut one is what is it? Basically supposed to put out its crop and be done in one. The Stripey is indeterminate. Yeah, it's really hot right now, so my brain's starting to go fucking a bit loopy. But yeah, another cool thing here. Now, I'm not even gonna try and pull him out. This is the apple tree. He's hiding here. He's doing really awesome. He's loving being in the shade. Although some of the leaves that are coming out, you can see a little bit of burn from the sun on it. So we'll see what happens there. But the leaves are really big, super healthy looking, as compared to what was happening when I had him in the sun. He's doing horrible. I didn't think he was gonna make it, or she. I don't know, it's an apple, so it is what it is. But right now, very promising. And hopefully in about a week I'll be out of this hellhole. It'll be a little bit cooler and the sun will be a little bit less vicious. I think onions doing as good as can be expected due to the lack of soil and incredible heat. Still hoping they're going to put out some seeds because I really want to be able to plant them for next year, because that's a really delicious onion. And see if I can get a zoom the wrong way. But this is just pretty much sitting on the end of my workbench slash old pickup bed that I'm using to store a bunch of stuff in and on top of. Yeah, good stuff. A quick loop around. Things are starting to dry out quite a bit. Well, it's actually really dry already. There's some greenery still around, but all the grass is dead dry. Anything anymore, at least not without risking setting a fire.